Oh, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to yet another Slice of Life Saturday. This week we have kind of had a female empowerment week. We have talked about which anime did it better, female empowerment edition. We also had a workout Wednesday that was a female empowering edition, and we also talked about a Man Up Monday that had females manning the fuck up, and I should call it womening the fuck up because they womened up and they beat ass. So I figured we should talk about a slice of life that has females coming into their own and exploring the deep dark labyrinth that is love and sex while in high school. So this week we're going to talk about Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season, which is about 4 high school girls that are really just like late bloomers who are trying to come into their own in high school. You follow one girl who's absolutely extremely gorgeous and has everything that you could have asked for in a girl, but she's a little bit socially awkward, and then she befriends 3 girls that, while might not be socially awkward and good in a social standing, aren't really any of the other things. So they all kind of befriend and form this dynamic where they make a club, and let's get into it. They decide to start a club where they talk about their innermost feelings and their innermost thoughts on a bunch of different subjects, while they also read and go over books. And oh, what do you know, one of the topics that they talk about the most in a high school club with a bunch of high school girls is sex. So this anime is actually a very deep look at what high school girls go through while in high school, dealing with the topic of sex and how it can affect your relationships, your friendships, and the things that you talk about with your friends and the way that you act around your friends. There are a few parts where you kind of get upset watching their reactions and the things that they do to certain situations that they're placed in, but then you kind of got to take a step back and think, shit, I've never been a high school girl in Japan having to deal with sex in my inner friend group, when it's something that I never really had to think about before. And socially, sex isn't really a thing that's like okay to just be open about in Japan. So the fact that your friends are open about it and the fact that everybody else is open about it and you kind of hold those strong beliefs of not being open about it, it can make shit awkward. I mean, you really got to think, there's girls out there who have had sex, guys who have had sex, and then there's girls who talk about having sex, and there's girls who lie about having sex. Plus there's guys that are going to ask you if you've had sex or if you want to have sex. And then you have to put all of that together and factor that into the fact that you don't really care about sex, and you're not really interested in talking about it, and you don't get what the hype is, and now you have all this pressure on top of you where people are expecting you to talk about it, do it, be about it, and all this other things, and you just don't want to. And that can add a lot of stress into a high school life that's already pretty stressful as is. This anime is such a nice anime because it doesn't follow the usual trend and theme of most other high school drama anime. This show doesn't make a joke of the high school girl experience. It really opens up your eyes and shows you a different side of it that most people wouldn't see. And the show certainly wasn't made to just follow the other blind tropes of all the other shows inside of the genre. While this anime might not technically be listed as a slice of life anime, it's more of a coming of age story. I think if you're around this age, then it is sort of a slice of life. And even if you're not around this age, if you can relate to this, then it is sort of a slice of life that you might have seen. And I personally think that this story fits best with a coming of age slice of life setting and genre than any other genre for anime. All around, this is a good show if you're looking for a little bit of drama, a little bit of anime, a little bit of romance, and a pretty decent helping of reality. Well, however much reality you can have in a romance anime, of course. But I really think this is a nice show because it strays so far away from that whole slice of life anime trope that we all know of, where it's all just jokes and laughs and people, you know, just being in high school having a good time. I mean, these girls are having a good time, but man, shit gets tense for a second, and you forget that in high school you don't make great decisions and you don't have your head on your shoulders right, and a lot of times small problems can become big problems and you do things that you don't really know of because hormones and all that other stuff. And I just really think that this anime captures what high school is like for a lot of people, and even though it's kind of dramatic in the way that it does things, it really does show you that, man, sex being incorporated into a friendship, friend group, or a relationship can really complicate things and make it wild. And I think this show does fantastic with that, and it does fantastic at showing you how the characters react and interact and all that other stuff. And man, it's just a really good show. So yeah, go check out Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season. That'll do it for me on this Slice of Life Saturday. I got another Slice of Life Saturday dropping next Saturday, so come back for that. Come back for the next week of content. I will see y'all on Monday. Peace. I'm out.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. You claiming that you with it, but nah, you ain't with it, dawg. Yeah. Yes, I'm committed. You want me to stop, but I never quit it, dawg. Hey. And I don't need nobody. Hey. But I want somebody. They all hate 'cause I'm all in, and that's why I'm about whatever, man. Spending money like it's gonna last forever, man. We living life 'cause we finna live forever, man. Live forever, man. Gonna live forever, man. Yeah.